Sir, welcome. Thanks for the invitation, and I'm very proud to talk about NavVis for the next couple of minutes. So when we think about NavVis, how can I actually move on? Okay. This doesn't seem to work. What can we do? Should I give you a sign if I want to switch? Okay, yes. So all industries that work outdoors have been profoundly transformed, I would even say revolutionized, over the last 20 years by two digital layers. That is high resolution digital maps and GPS. You can't even remember how DHL, for example, worked before we had that. Now the micro stops working, so I think you will hear my voice anyway. So these two digital layers are not only used by all traditional outdoor industries, but even have enabled completely new business models. Think about delivery services or Uber as being on top applications on maps and GPS. Can we switch? While at the same time,
we do it have a second.
While at the same time in indoor environments, where the real music plays, like 90% of our GDP is created indoors, we are still used to operate on a basis of 2D floor plans, and there is no GPS in buildings, so we don't know where we are. Guys. All right. So this is actually what we tackle with NavVis. We've built a platform that provides the same digital layer for indoor environments that we are used to having outdoors. It's actually three products that are kind of tightly interlinked. The first we call our trolley. It's something like a Google Street View car for indoors, creating a photorealistic 3D environment of the building you are pushing it through in real time. The second is what we call our indoor viewer. It's a HTML5 layer that allows you access to this data on any device, anytime. And last but not least, we built an indoor GPS. An indoor GPS that does not need Wi-Fi or beacons, but that works as you and me, like pretty much all living beings, using computer vision. That, of course, is very hardware efficient because you don't need to install all this additional infrastructure. So let's deep dive into these three things. The first thing, our trolley, is actually a product. Can you please start the video? Okay, that is already the next video. Can you please go back one slide and start the trolley video? So the trolley, that is actually a product of robotics. You all see what's right now happening with self-driving cars. It's pretty much the same technology that was applied here. The thing is stuffed with sensors, laser scanners, cameras. It records all kinds of signals in buildings, which is Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Earth magnetic field data. And it's super simple to use. We have trained blue-collar workers within half a day to become trolley operators. One person can actually scan up to 50,000 square meters. Compare that to your own apartment size. 50,000 square meters on a single day. It's a huge battery in there from an electric bike, and it makes actually scanning by orders of magnitude easier and more convenient compared to anything you're used to by now. The second thing is our web viewer. So now you can actually access all these buildings at an enormous detail in your browser. And it's not only photorealistic, but you can actually use your mouse to touch the surface and attach information to every pixel of the digital environment. And you can use the digital structure of the building that is scanned for autonomous routing. The system automatically understands how to get around even through 3D structures in the building. So the last part, the navigation. Can you again start the video, please? This is now bringing this and combining all the data with a turn-by-turn navigation. Would you mind clicking on the video? Thanks, guys. So the trolley has already collected all this information about the building, like cell phone data, Wi-Fi, all that stuff. And now on your smartphone, you can use this data and combine it with the camera information to extremely precisely determine your location. And we're using the trolley data to provide a 3D interface. So using our technology, even a huge building environment like an airport or a big mall, you can't possibly go wrong. You just need to follow the blue line on the ground, and you can even use the 3D interface to interact with the digital fabric of the building, add digital information, or read, for example, details about the room or pieces of art in a museum. So where are we using this? By now, pretty much all big car manufacturers in Germany, the big automotive suppliers, insurance companies and retailers have become our customers. They are using that to document their buildings. And they are using that to run repair and maintenance and facility management based on kind of more or less real-time data of their building. They are using that for logistics, getting internal and external people right to the desk or to the spot at the production line. Just imagine, you know, right now you always have to bring an internal person to guide the external to the right spot, doubling the amount of personnel costs you have. And of course, it's very interesting for retail, where we combine that with e-commerce solutions, enabling a 3D shopping experience. And of course, you are regularly reading about all the kind of big, difficult construction projects. Think about Berlin Airport. Scanning these environments on a daily level gives you access to a completely new level of control and cost savings regarding your construction sites. So wondering, why isn't all this done by today? There are a couple of reasons. First is cost. Can you please click them in for whatever reason it doesn't work? Okay, so it's really expensive today to do this. It is done with traditional laser scanners, but it takes 3 to 5 euros per square meter. Usually it takes months to scan a big production environment. We've been able to scan one of the largest German car manufacturing lines of a volume model within a day, while traditional scanning technologies, can you please continue? Yeah. Usually need weeks to months, and during that time usually so much has changed that the data is useless when you get it. The next thing is that the data today created is usually only accessible for experts, is CAD data. It's very hard to interact with that data and to combine it because it's highly proprietary. Yes. And last but not least, the data today isn't combined with the positioning technology. So it's only like the maps part of it without the GPS part. We're changing all these 5 things at once. Perhaps you open just all the tabs at the same, otherwise it takes too long. And the first and most important thing is we are slicing cost, like going from 3 to 5 euro today to below 3 cents per square meter. And that is really absolutely game changing. Like, you don't even need to think about scanning something, you're just doing it because it's so cost efficient. The second thing is we reduce the time from months to days. We have scanned this big production line on a Sunday and could present the data to the management on a Monday morning. And everyone could now look at the data on their smartphone and tablet, while at the same time, the data is very open. It's all HTML5, so you can easily combine it with other software. And last but not least, it comes in an integrated platform that offers a navigation solution right integrated with the data recorded. Yeah, all right. So last but not least, what is the business? I think that works. What is the business model behind that? First, we sell this machinery. So we want to enable our customers to run all these scanning services themselves, and we enable partners to do that, to kind of gain scale much quicker than with kind of offering that as a service ourselves. The main part of our business model, however, is that we offer a software platform, a operating model for kind of digitally working with buildings. And it includes the web access, it includes the navigation server, and it includes additional productivity tools like data analytics and detailed access on a per employee and per supplier basis to this data. And this is actually charged annually on a per square meter basis, and the price per square meter depends on the number of modules you're using. So we are really participating on our customers' usage and on the intensity of the usage on a regular basis. And last but not least, of course, we are selling services directly to end customers, kind of, for example, digital content, and we're working together with partners to build additional content and applications on top of that. So workflows for repair and maintenance, applications for the connection of e-commerce with our 3D scans, and of course a lot of applications for the Industry 4.0 context. So some remaining words on the company behind that. The whole technology of NavVis is proprietary, has been built during many years of research at Technische University in Munich. By now we are around 50 people, very international team, couple of patents behind that. We have actually started sales around 9 months ago, and within these 9 months we have been able to tackle pretty much all of Germany's big industries. All big car manufacturers are our customers, the biggest insurance companies, the biggest suppliers, some of the big retailers, and we are actually on to extending our reach to a global scale. This year we have actually exported the first trolleys to Japan, to China, to the Middle East. The feedback we're getting from the market is very exciting, and it was a pleasure presenting NavVis to you. I'm very much looking forward to your questions. Thanks a lot.
Felix, is it on? Hello, is it on?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Felix, thank you. Look, really curious by your analogy of the external world and the internal world. I thought it's a great way to position it. In the external world, more or less, the platform has become Google.
Yes.
And then we have the killer apps like Waze and so many others. I really like your positioning of NavVis as that platform. Now, I'm curious as to what you're seeing, perhaps 1 or 2 killer apps, the ways of the indoor mapping world. Could you just develop a little more about your vision for that?
Yes, absolutely. And you're absolutely right. So let me perhaps say one more word to that. Indoors, there is one big difference to outdoors in terms of Google Maps has really become the one platform for outdoors. Indoors, you need to find a model that works with every building owner. So, for example, Google is of course approaching the indoor space as well, but they could actually never get into Mercedes-Benz or into Volkswagen because the data is so proprietary. So we went a different way. We provide a platform. For the killer apps is something we are partly providing ourselves. For example, an e-commerce connector. So you can walk a building in 3D and just click on anything you see and just put it to your shopping cart, combining the very best elements of online and offline shopping. So you get all the 3D experience, you can walk around stuff, see it in a context, not only as a picture behind a white background. Something that we of course like a lot as humans. All shops are nicely decorated, something that's entirely missing. That might be one killer application. Another killer application I think is in Industry 4.0, where it is around repair and maintenance. Repair and maintenance is only in Germany, in the industrial context, a 100 billion annual market, only in Germany. And our customers believe that around 30% of this is waste because people don't find the right spot where to do repair and maintenance. Because people repair the wrong stuff and have to come back. Because it's so hard to describe an external guy exactly which tube of all the hundreds, thousands of tubes in a huge production environment they need to repair. All this can be easily solved with the workflow sitting on top of the NavVis application.